Bro, Stefon Diggs just stopped holding back. No cap, the message he posted is one of the most aggressive things we've seen from him this entire case. And in the middle of all this, Cardi B jumped on Twitter Spaces and went on a rant so intense that people are now asking if this whole thing is building towards something even bigger. Stay with me, because the detail buried near the end of this is the one that actually might decide this entire lawsuit. Quick catch up if you're just landing here. Stefon Diggs has been locked in a legal battle with a man named Christopher Blake Griffith since late 2025. Griffith claims that back in May 2023, Diggs invited him to his Maryland home, gave him candy he says was laced with something, and made unwanted sexual advances. When he says he rejected it, he claims it escalated into an alleged assault involving Diggs' brother Darez. Diggs has denied this from the jump. He actually filed first, a defamation suit back in November 2025, saying Griffith fabricated the whole story. Griffith fired back with his own countersuit, and that's when this thing really opened up, because now we're deep in discovery, depositions, and public back and forth. And this week, bro, it got heated fast.
So Stefon Diggs, let me get this right. You wanted this man, allegedly, so you gave this man something, and then you took advantage of this man, and then when you asked this man about it, he turned you down a second time, and then after that, he said that he was going to release whatever. You sent your brother over there to hush him up, I guess, and then your brother end up, instead of just hushing him up, your brother end up robbing him, and he said that they took allegedly over $100,000 in merchandise. And then now he sues your brother, and he win a lawsuit against your brother, and then he come out and say that he got over 100 I think it was 100 pages of text messages between you and him, alleging that you want him and he don't want you. Now, if I missed anything in this, y'all let me know. Drop a comment, let me know what y'all think about this situation.
Here's where it gets crazy. Diggs finally snapped online. And this wasn't a calm, lawyered up statement. He came out swinging, basically calling Griffith a liar who's mad because he got caught stealing, saying flat out he hasn't paid him a single dime, and daring him to publicly post the messages he keeps referencing. That's not a PR statement, bro. That's a man who is done being quiet. But wait for it, because that's not even the part that's shaking up the case. Buried in Griffith's own deposition, under oath, is a moment that's now working against him. When asked why he'd want to stay close to someone who allegedly drugged him, Griffith's actual answer was that he didn't think the story had to end that way, that he just wanted Diggs to know that who you are sexually is who you are sexually. And he respected that and just wanted the same respect back. Read that again, bro. That is not the response you expect from someone describing what he's calling a traumatic assault. And Diggs' legal team knows it. They're using that exact quote to try to get the emotional distress part of the case thrown out entirely. So obviously, the internet is going crazy right now. A lot of people are saying Diggs finally showing this much fire online is proof he's confident, that an innocent man doesn't come out this aggressive unless he knows the evidence backs him up. But here's where it escalates even more. Cardi B, who's been defending Diggs from the sidelines this whole time, got on Twitter Spaces and let loose. She said she hates being pulled into defending someone she's currently beefing with, but she went right at Griffith anyway, saying his story has changed multiple times across different interviews, first framed as a money dispute, then escalating into the drugging and exposure claims. No cap, she did not hold back for almost 10 minutes straight.
Okay, guys, so I'm not really like into all this celebrity stuff, but we all been seeing what's been going on with Stefon Diggs, right? And it is what it is. But when I saw Cardi start defending Stefon Diggs, I just felt like, yo, like, this is for the girls in the back, please. And if you hear me, Cardi, take my advice. Stop defending men. Stop defending men. You don't know what a man will and won't do. If you was not there, and this goes for any girl, stop saying, oh, my man would never, or this would never. Stop defending men, especially the man that you just had before. Stop saying what a man will and will not do, because these men will shock you, okay? When you give a man the benefit of the doubt, you will always get that doubt coming in. Stop doing that. Stop. I don't put nothing past nobody. People are weird. People are crazy. Unless this is like your day one A1 from way back in the day, stop. When I saw her defending it, I'm just like, stop. You don't have the best reputable choice of men. So for you to sit here and defend anything about this case, just be cute, be in the back, let it be what it is. You're not involved in this case, sit cute. But when you start defending something that you really don't know nothing about because you was not there, it's gonna bite you in the butt if all of this is true. It's just gonna bite you in the butt if any of this is true. So just please stop.
And because both Diggs and Cardi went this hard within days of each other, some people online are actually speculating this is building toward Diggs addressing it directly on a live stream, wondering out loud if he's about to sit down and lay everything out himself. Nothing's confirmed on that front. That's purely fan chatter right now. But the timing of both of them going off at the same time has people talking. Here's where it gets even messier, though. Remember that $10 million lawsuit everyone kept bringing up? The one involving Diggs' brother Darez and the alleged apartment beatdown? Turns out that one actually settled quietly. No damages disclosed, no admission of anything. So every headline saying Diggs' family already lost $10 million in court, that's just not accurate anymore. Which means the only case still headed toward an actual trial is Griffith's direct suit against Stefon. And new filings claim Diggs personally arranged and paid for Griffith's original trip to Washington, D.C., meaning there could be flight records, itineraries, even internal communications from Diggs' own team that end up surfacing as evidence. Both sides are sitting on documentation neither one has fully released. And with tempers this high on both sides right now, bro, something's about to give.
Bro, while everyone's focused on the deposition and the online back and forth, there's a quieter detail sitting in the filings that could matter just as much. Griffith claims he's already handed over more than 100 pages of iMessage and Instagram communications with Diggs. But Diggs' side is pushing back hard, saying Griffith blocked him on Instagram, meaning Diggs can't even see the old messages anymore. And they've asked the judge to force Griffith to turn everything over directly. So think about that for a second. If those messages exist the way Griffith says they do, they're already in the court's hands. And if they don't say what he claims, Diggs' team gets to prove it in front of a judge. Either way, no cap, whatever's actually in those messages ends up mattering way more than anything either side has posted online.
So here's an update on the legal battle that is happening between Stefon Diggs and Christopher Blake Griffith. They are currently going back and forth about whether or not Christopher submitted all of the communications that he had with Stefon Diggs to the court. Stefon Diggs and his legal team filed a motion essentially saying that Christopher did not produce all communications between him and Stefon Diggs. And they're saying that the missing communication doesn't allow you to get the full context of the conversations that they were having based on what Christopher has submitted to the courts. According to the filings, Stefon Diggs is saying that there were more DMs, but Stefon Diggs says that he can't access them because Christopher blocked him on Instagram. In response to that, Christopher and his team are saying that they've already submitted over 100 pages of communications between him and Stefon Diggs, and that any other communication Stefon Diggs also has access to.
So here's where this actually leaves things. Diggs came out furious, calling this fabricated and daring Griffith to release his receipts. Cardi B backed him up hard on Spaces. Griffith's own deposition testimony is now being used against him, and the $10 million number everyone kept repeating turned out to be a quiet settlement, not a loss. Nobody outside those legal teams knows the full picture yet, no cap. But based on how hard both Diggs and Cardi went this week, this story is nowhere near done. Let me know in the comments, do you think Diggs actually addresses this on a live soon, or does he let the lawyers handle it from here? Anyway, this concludes today's video. Be sure to subscribe to LoafTube for future celebrity videos, and turn on that post notification bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads. Until then, see you in the next one.